All right, we are back. It is Friday, and as you know, we always do a Friday financial wrap up with Mr. Michael Zuber. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great, man. This has been an exciting week. I'm getting very excited for our final segment or final discussion point. But I am more excited today to be a real estate investor than I've been in the last 18 months, and that's saying something.
18 months. I love it. Well, today is March the 25th, 2022. Let's get right into it. Pending home sales. What did you see there?
Well, pending home sales just reported this morning, down 4.1%. It is exactly what I told you was coming. I'm a real estate, mainly residential real estate investor, and the cost of capital is going up. It's impacting people's capacity to pay. We have a war going on in Europe. We have high gas prices, food prices. It is just tough to be an owner-occupant shopper. You almost feel like you're getting hit from every angle, and that causes people to back away. And I called it. Pending home sales were down. I called it months ago that it was coming. The housing slowdown is real. Pending home sales are going to be down. Inventory will build slowly. Days on market will expand. And then we will find out who's motivated and who's not, because a lot of people who are listing are not truly motivated. They will simply stay. Oh, my house didn't sell. I will stay. I want to stay. I don't want to move up. We're going to have years where move up buyers never move up because they have lifetime low 30-year money. So the real estate market is slowing down. We're going to have less inventory. It's going to be harder for owner occupants. It's happening just like I said it would. And sometimes it feels good to be right.
Absolutely. Well, right, you have been for sure. I've got to say that I feel like just doing this show with you and following you for now, I'd say probably 3+ years. I feel like, we really got our finger on the pulse of what's going on. And more important is how to anticipate, which we're going to talk about. And we're going to close out the show with that about anticipation, what's coming next. So let's talk about the Fed. A lot of talk in the news, financial news about the Fed. What did you see there?
Well, the Fed is clearly Jerome Powell and the powers that be inside the Fed have adopted a Ben Bernanke style, which means they communicate to Wall Street what is coming, and then they deliver what they said. So that is why we saw a 1/4 point rate hike 2 weeks ago, which I came out and said was a clear mistake, weak move, was totally against. However, what has now clearly happened is we've had 5 Fed presidents in the last 3 days come out and say 1/2 point is coming. And most of them has insinuated that there might be multiple 1/2 points. So we could see on May 4th and June 16th, I believe, 2 50 basis points or a total of 1 percentage point move. That is why we are seeing the 10-year shoot up. The 10-year touched 2.5 today, because Wall Street now believes the Fed is serious. They are taking inflation important. They're no longer worried about full employment. We have 1.8 million or 1.8 openings for every unemployed. Employment's not the issue. It's stable prices. And the Fed's about to get serious. They are about to get aggressive. And it's causing the entire housing market to adjust. And just like I've been saying, the housing slowdown is real. And I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, very much so. A lot of shifts, a lot of changes, obviously a lot to look forward to. And we're going to close out the show and talk more about opportunity at the very end. Let's talk about mortgage rates. It's very interesting looking at what happened this week. And then even if you look at, because this will be our last show for the quarter, for the first quarter of the year. A lot of changes in the first quarter in terms of mortgage rates. What did you see there this week? And then talk about the first quarter of the year.
Yeah. So the first quarter of the year, kind of will go there first. Rates have gone up 200 basis points. I've been doing this 21 years. That is a hell of a run, right? That's not normal. And because it was such a hell of a run, I've always been very clear. If rates run fast, it dents consumer psychology. I have studied the consumer for 30 years, and they are so predictable. Right now, they are scared. And when they're scared, they don't make offers. They don't go pending, right? Hence, pending sales are down 4.1%, and it will continue. This is supposed to be spring selling season, and pending home sales are down. So it really goes to show that more expensive payment is causing people to back away. For example, inside 30 days, the average cost of a mortgage has gone up 8%, right? It's gone up 27% since January 1st. Think about that. Your average payment on the median home in the United States has gone up 27%. That is shocking, right? That means a $1,000 payment is now $1,270. A $2,000 payment is now $2,540. It is shocking. That is causing owner occupants to back away. I will keep renting. I am not going to move. I'm not going to be a move-up buyer. There were people in the market that are just not in the market. The rates, if the rates move slowly, people adjust. You go up 200 basis points in 90 days. That's going to cause a lot of owners to go, nope, I'm scared. I'm nervous. Not to mention talk of a recession, stagflation, war, gas. It's tough. It's tough. And once again, people are predictable. And right now they are backing away, which is the time that I get aggressive and move forward. So it's happening.
It is happening for sure. You've been calling this market. It's so refreshing to be able to anticipate and navigate the waters. Obviously, being somebody that's a part of your course, somebody that follows your daily news, the weekly news. Let's continue. We had a topic or a subject about buyers backing out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Buyers are backing out. Buyers are backing out in existing homes and new builds. Right. Think about somebody who had a new build in contract in December or January that was going to be delivered in May. Just think about it. They got pre-approved at probably 2.8%. Unless they had 90-day rate locks are expensive. Not many people get 90-day rate locks. And then you have builders who are delayed, dead days. They can't, like KB Homes on their earnings call said, we can't get garage doors. We can't get windows. We can't get cabinets. Well, you're not getting a finished product without windows, garage doors, and cabinets. And if they have 45 dead days because they're waiting on stuff, your rate lock explodes. So now you have builders trying to buy rate locks to get extension because they can't deliver as expected. Some of them can't. It's too expensive, right? Trying to get a rate lock today on a 2.7 when rates are 5.3, that is wicked expensive. And but buyers are going to back out. You're going to have people who were approved. There are people, Ty, that were pre-approved for a loan 10 days ago, that if they were to go back and try to get pre-approved today would be declined. That is how fast rates moved. This speed is going to cause the real estate market to slow down, and buyers, we have always had a demand problem. The reason I could say that is because when you look at the total sales for 2019, 2020, and 2021, it was all about 6 million. So these people that are pointing at inventory and saying we have an inventory problem don't understand basic math. Now, if we had an inventory problem, we would not be selling as many homes. And the fact is we did. We've had a demand problem. The Fed, with their ultra low easy money and $9 trillion of buying bonds and treasuries, mortgage-backed securities, forced rates so low, it was cheaper to buy and people did. Now they're going to start selling. Rates are going to go up. They're going to raise points, 100 basis points inside of 6 weeks. People are going to back away and the real estate market is going to slow down. It would not shock me if transactions are down 25%. I am not calling for prices to fall. I'm calling for transactions to fall because we're going to go from 18 days on market. Yes, the national average was 18 days. We're going to go to 40, 45, 50, 55 days on market. And frankly, we all know, because you've been in the game as long as I have, 60 days on market is more like a balanced market. 18 days is nuts. So yeah, I'm excited to see it go the other way.
It is a wild, turbulent time. People, get prepared. If you've been doing the work, now is the time. Get ready, be patient. We're going to talk more about that. We have another piece. Tell us about the federal tax. You mentioned a crazy headline. I did not hear that.
Yeah. Sometimes I just come across articles that I just have to read because I think the headline is fake. But this one came from the United States Tax Board or something. I forget the official name, but some government agency that said 57% of Americans did not pay any federal income tax last year. So if you're out in the mall, you're standing in the grocery line, look to your left, look to your right. One of you did not pay federal taxes last year. And this bothers me because there's always this, tax the rich, this, that, the other. I got to tell you, if 57% of people aren't paying federal taxes, I got to tell you, that might be a problem, right? 57% of adults paid zero federal income tax. Just think about that. That's wild.
Absolutely wild time. So, Michael, let's talk about something again. You have an excitement today. Obviously, we're finishing the first quarter, right? We're here at basically we have a few days left next week, but next Friday will be April 1st, right? So we're talking about the first quarter. For the last 18 months, you've been talking about all of this and it's all coming to fruition. Interest rate spikes. Yeah. The market is not crashing. Will there be a bubble? Number one, let me go back to the conversation of real estate foreclosure tsunami or a bubble. Comment on that.
Yeah. So if bubble or crash to you means prices, which most people mean, the answer is no. We are not going to have a national housing crash. The prices, let's be very clear. National housing price will not decline in 2022. Foreclosure, tsunami, eviction this, eviction that, blah, 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 blah. Prices will not decline in 2022. If you want to talk about 23, 24, not as confident, but the math is just not there for 2022. Now, if you're like me and a crash means 25% less transactions, yeah, that's a crash. And I really think we could have 25% less transactions as soon as July or August. That's like 90 days ago or 90 days from now. By the beginning of Q3, I'm serious. I really do mean this. We may have 25% less transactions closing. To me, that's a crash. That does not mean price. So yeah, I think we could have less transactions this year, but not price.
Less transactions, folks. You've heard it here. We've been talking about this for months. You've got to continue to do the work. And again, for our audience, for foundation builders, for Squad Up, for the people that are a part of our mentorship, the people that are a part of One Rental at a Time, we've been talking about this for months and months. Continue to do the work. Opportunity is coming. Let's talk about, Michael, what does this mean to investors?
I hopefully it's coming across. I have a level of excitement this week that I haven't had in a while. And let's remind you, right? We have a playlist on my channel called TY. Just go look it up. About a year and a half ago, I came out and said, this is the best time ever to do lipstick flips. It just was, right? I mean, I said it and people did it. We made a lot of money. What I'm telling you right now, because of the cost of capital rising and rising fast, gas prices rising and rising fast, talk of war, talk of recession, talk of stagflation. What we are seeing right now is my largest competitor, your largest competitor, in general is backing away. Now, who is that? It's owner occupants. I buy residential rentals. 67 or 68% of those are owned by owner occupants. For a long time, because of the Fed, they've been able to pay more than I could because I have to get a return. I have to get a yield. I have to get a great deal. It was hard. Yes, we got 5, 6 over the last 2 years, not nearly as much as I wanted. But now what is happening is investors who've been doing the work, you can feel confident writing great deals. As an investor, I got to tell you, Ty, I do not care if 30-year money is 8%. Because I'm only going to write a deal that's a great yield. And that just means if cost of capital is 8%, I have to write a number that is lower than asking probably. There's an investor in my course who's been looking for a fourplex for a year. In his market, the fourplexes generally are going for $1.4 million and going in a weekend. What have I been telling you since last week? This is brand new information. 10 days ago, I told you the world changed when rates shot up again. There's a fourplex that came on his market last Saturday. He saw it, 1.4, very standard, used to go very quick. Sunday, still there. Monday, first thing he does, he goes to his spreadsheet, part of my course, and he goes, what can I pay? Does the math. He assumes that mortgages are 4.8%. This is why I don't care if it's 4.8 or 6.8 or 8.8. You change the number for the cost of capital and it spits out. Now, this individual will only do a deal if it's 10% yield. So he does the math and it says, I can offer a maximum of 1.11. Now, remember, it's listed for 1.4 and plenty sold at 1.4, but that was a different cost of capital. Yep. That was 3% money, not 4.8% money or 8% money. Yep. So because he's doing the work, he knows his math, he will only accept a 10% yield. He writes it at 1.1. Now he gets back the standard, oh, we have multiple offers all of a sudden. Give us your best and final. He's like, 1.1. The listing agent comes back and says, well, you're the highest, but we're not accepting your offer. He goes, great. Do you know that the cost of capital is increasing and I expect it to go up next week and my offer will be lower? Because again, investors should be ecstatic. Owner occupants are going away. That means more investors. And when was the last time you could feel comfortable writing an offer $300,000 below list price? For me, it's been 2 years, yep. Right? 1.4 to 1.1. What is that? That's like 20% below. Yep. This is the market we're going to. If I have a saying that I've gotten very comfortable saying in the last 24 hours for investors, if you're in my course, you're doing the work, you follow me on YouTube, it is time to hunt. It is time to eat. Because if you can get a deal done at 5% cost of money, 8% cost of money, 10% cost of money, I have news for you. In 3, 4, 5 years, when the Fed slashes rates again, we'll just go back and refi and explode our cash flow. Take some cash out and still explode our cash flow. This is why I'm excited. The faster rates go up, the more my competition backs away. And the more that I can find motivated sellers, I could get fourplexes in this example for $300,000 less than list price. I'm so excited for everybody who did the work, was disciplined, knows what average, knows what good and great are. Our time is coming. It is right in front of us. For some of you, it's happening right now. For others, it will be a month, 2, 3 from now, but it will happen. Owners are freaking out. Owners are spoiled with 2.7. They're not going to like 4.7 or 5.2 or 5.8. It's going to cause this huge air gap. And then we're going to have no move up buyers because they're like, I'm not selling. I got a 2.8% 30-year mortgage. I'm going to stay here till I die. Great. Well, I'm going to go buy a lot of stuff that produces a great yield because I don't mind writing under list price. For the last 2 years, you wrote under list. You weren't even getting presented. Guess what? When you're the only flipping offer, you get presented. It's going to be a great time. I'm so excited. I'm almost vibrating with excitement.
Let's go. It is our time. It is our time right now. You just heard it from Michael. It is our time. The opportunities are here. The tide has shifted. I've got to say, Michael, I'm right with you. I'm excited about seller financing. I'm excited about sub 2 deals, creative deals, hybrid deals. Obviously, the market is shifting. And folks, if you're doing the work, your time is coming. Your time is now. I want to encourage everybody. Michael, thank you for all that you share. Here it is. Boom. The books. One rental at a time. Conversations with real estate millionaires. Folks, Amazon. If you've already got the books, give this man a 5-star review. Where can they find your course, Michael?
Yeah, you can go, if you're on my YouTube channel, it's in the descriptions, or just go to onerentalatatime.com. Let me be very clear. If you're not in the course, you need to buy the course. It's a measly $320. It's ridiculous. And you get the Facebook and you get my Saturday talk. Just forget it. It's stupid cheap. But what you have to do is you have to know you have 60 or 90 days of work to do. It's not like you buy the course and you suddenly find great deals. You have to define a buy box, daily discipline, track your numbers, all these things. It's step-by-step in the course. Buy it today, do the work so you are ready by the summer. It's that simple.
It's that simple, folks. The opportunity is now. Buy the course. Go to One Rental at a Time. If you are not following Michael, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the social platforms, you can find them at One Rental at a Time. Michael, thank you for all that you share. So excited for what's to come. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.